Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dwight here from Retro Crypto YouTube channel. It is August the 14th at 3:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the good old US of A. Well, got a lot to cover today. I missed my video yesterday, but I'm definitely got a bunch of things to cover with you today. So you definitely want to stay tuned. This video is going to be all Hexican. I'm listening to the voices. Hex is where it's at. Even on BitBoy channel, Hex is where it's at. So there's a lot going on the ecosystem that you may not know about with Hex. And I really want to dive into that. So for starters, we're going to cover Hex and a normal technical analysis concerning Hex. Then we're going to jump in and talk about PulseDoge. We're going to dive deep into it. Then I'm going to show you how you can dive a little deeper into it if you like. And then we will talk about ICOSA, which is very deep and confusing, but it's important to learn. Because I do think Hedron is going to be a major player, which ICOSA is. So yes, it's important, very important. All right, and then at the end, I will go through the rest of the ecosystem, and we'll do Bitcoin and Ethereum at the end for those of you curious to see where I think they're going to go with technical analysis. All right, guys. But with that said, I'm just an ordinary guy out there on the internet with a passion for cryptocurrency. It's essential that you do your own research before making any and all financial decisions. All right, guys, let's jump right into this baby. Right now, I'm looking at Coin Market Cap. I'm sorry, I'm looking at, why in the world did I say that? I'm looking at Coin Paprika. I love Coin Paprika. Some reason, there's so much that goes on in the crypto world. They lost their place in my mind. Their technical analysis chart is my favorite of all the ones out there. That aren't free. But anyway, Hex is now number 6 market cap spot, which is huge. They have a market cap of, let me jump all the way over here, of 19 billion, 341 million, 414, 594. That is a huge market cap there, guys. Of course, Bitcoin's way up here at 464 million. But Ethereum's getting close. You see that 235 right there. A lot of things could change very quickly. And as you know, I do love Cardano, but we're not here to talk about Cardano today, are we? All right. Let's jump right on over here. First chart here. This chart I feel is important, guys. And this chart will help you keep focused on days like today. Like right now, you're seeing a very strong wick down. And it's wicked all the way down to, where is Hex at now? Down to 0.66. So it did almost like a half a penny drop today. It's down 0.71%. It's kind of frustrating, but you got to think about where you came from before you make financial decisions and moves. At least that's what I do. I try to think about where it came from. And right here, you can't quite see it because I had the chart pulled over, but it's for a reason. We're going back to June 18th, 2022. That was a recent low of Hex, and it was around like 0.028 cents roughly US dollar. And what we're doing is we're looking at this chart. Now, this chart has Hex, which is the traditional candles, you know, the red and the green right here. You guys know how to read that. That's pretty straightforward. And then, why did I do that? And then along with that chart, I have Bitcoin and Ethereum laid out there, okay? Now, Bitcoin's not really that exciting, honestly. Bitcoin's at, what, 26%? I mean, it's nothing to sneeze at, but, you know, that's why Richard Hart's like, yeah, go ahead. Love Bitcoin. Hex is going to take it out. All right, especially when it comes to returns. Now, look at Ethereum right here. Ethereum's doing pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Ethereum's up 92.66%. And you got to respect Ethereum. But guess what, guys? Wait token, I claimed it. And I was like, you know what? I am going to put it in P33. I tried to do that a couple days ago. Ethereum wanted to charge me $79 for transaction fee. And when they go to proof of stake, it's not going to solve that problem. The fees are still going to be high. It's not practical. It's practical for big businesses and, you know, storage of wealth, bigger, but it's just not practical for little users like us. That's why I think PulseChain is going to slide right in there. But it may be reason why Richard Hart is waiting. I'm not saying he's waiting. I'm not saying anybody's waiting, but it would be convenient if PulseChain was released when when Ethereum fees are really high, because it's ridiculous. You can't function on it. That's why people are like migrating to Polygon like crazy, even though Polygon has admin keys. I'm about to start using Polygon, but Richard Hart told me not to, and I realized the risk. Just like when he said leave Celsius Network alone, which I did listen to that one, thank God, but I did not listen about Terra Luna. But anyway, let's keep it going. All right, so let's take a look here at Hex right now. I drew this chart out before we go into the other ones. Right now, you see we're definitely holding a nice little uptrend here. That's very obvious. It hit a point of resistance right here at 0.072. So 7 cents, basically. It hit 7 cents and a quarter. It hit a resistance point and it's wicked back down quite considerably all the way down here to 0.0628. So that's a pretty big pullback today. But I'm not worried. Why? Because it's Hex. We're going to be fine. Don't panic. I mean, if you have some profits you want to take, yeah, that's fun. But really, don't panic. Just don't go closing your stakes out and all that craziness. Things will be just fine. That's part of the reason why I work so well. What else did I want to point out here? Now, down here, what's down here? Oh, this is that support level, that low I was talking about on the 18th at 0.028. And jumping back over here to this chart, Hex is up, what, 111%? 108? Whatever. Doesn't matter. It's pulling back right now, but still, great gains. And everybody got into the bottom. They're up 100%. Now, Ethereum's doing good. I ain't taking away from it, like I said. All right, let's jump forward. All right, Hex against the USD. And we're going to do the market cipher chart here. You know, you guys know this is a favorite of mine. And I was doing some research earlier, a little bit ago. This green, I'm always not 100% clear on the green. That green is just crypto market volume. So that would kind of fall over under what's going on in the overall total crypto market, not Hex directly, but just everything in general. That's why I like looking at the total market cap, which is right here. And we'll talk about this later. That encompasses all the crypto. Back to Hex. All right, trying to stay focused, guys. All right, so right here, Hex, with this chart, you have the market cipher chart up here. It's a free version. It's the Fu Manchu version. You can get it on TradingView, and it's free, like I said before, over and over again. And right now, we're looking at the 4-hour chart here, and you're going to see, we're going to start on August 12th. Nothing but bullish continuations, one bearish, and bullish continuations. Now, I guarantee you, if I look at the 2-hour chart, it's not going to look pretty. We'll take a peek at that in a minute because of this wick down right here. Now, from here, you did have a short signal fire off on the 13th, saying that Hex was due for a pullback, and Lord knows we just had one. So that was a sell signal, and it was confirmed, and it actually fired off today. So you gotta love the Fu Manchu cipher, the market cipher, whatever you want to call it. It's really market cipher. To give respect where it's due. But you can see how where the light blue goes to the dark, it converged, and that sell signal fired off, and then all this momentum just fell right off from the top today, especially. It fired off perfectly. So people who sold off of this chart or shorted off of this chart, they're quite happy. And that's how the game's played. Remember, if you do choose to long or short the market, make sure that you do it properly. If you don't know what you're doing, you can lose it all so fast. All right, stop loss. That's all it takes. Stop loss. All stop loss is you say 5% stop. I'll take that 5% loss over 100% loss. Easy, but people don't do it, and they get rich over it. The powers to be, all the exchanges. That's why Richard hates exchanges, by the way. All right, so RSI is actually still on the overbought side for Hex. Not extremely, but a little bit. I'll jump back up here to the B chart. What I should point out is the volume is down. Overall, crypto market cash flow is good. That's that light green tint back there. But the volume is definitely down for Hex right now. Yeah, it's experiencing a pullback, and that's exactly what it's doing. Felt good yesterday, though, didn't it? It will again, don't worry. No, run for the hills. I hate when people start talking about running for the hills, and not necessary. Not if you're invested in the right things. If you're invested in the right projects that you really believe in, you love, and you know the difference between speculation and I'm good, it's a great investment, you're good to go. That's why I don't panic. All right, I try not to, but I do have a little speculating to do today. We'll talk about it maybe. All right, so we're going to take a look here at this chart. Remember, this chart goes off of, this is the the VRVP is a volume profiler chart, and we're going to take it back and start it at June 25th today, just to give a little extra time. And depending on where we start the chart, it will place these markers for the upper resistance, lower support, and the primary support in the middle. All right. Obviously, the lower support is right here. And if this chart at this date, if we break, going off of this chart, if we break past 0.031, Better run for shelter because it might get a little rough. But we already know that would happen if it dropped that low. All right. Upper resistance point currently, as we already know, is 0.0732. All right. Now, the good thing to realize is 0.376 is where if it pulls back, and I mean it makes an abrupt pullback, according to what is shown on the chart to that, back to that date, it should by all means, it should by hold at 0.376 cents. And that is established. This chart establishes it off of the volume right here. Now, say I was to open it up a little bit, you'll watch these lines move. So it really depends on what range you're looking at. And I'll be honest, right now, my personal gut says you should look at this chart from the recent bottom, which is the 18th, because it just feels logical to me. What can I say? And so from the recent bottom on the 18th, the hold line should be at 0.0279, which makes sense. 0.028, same, close enough, right? And upper resistance didn't change. Middle support didn't change much, 0.037. So 0.037 is the essential. We should not drop past that. Now, if we drop past it, run for the hills. It might get rough, all right? Don't run for the hills, but it will get rough. Did I say run for the hills? We're Hexicans. We don't have to. Why? Because we stake. And stakes, it works out in the long run because it locks us in and we can't be emotional because we're all emotional. Everybody's freaking emotional. You know what I mean? It is your hard-earned money. You have a right to be emotional about it. All right, so let's take a look here at Hex. This is the 4MA. This is a moving average chart. You have it's perfect. That's all I got to say for this chart. This chart, if you look at the bigger picture for Hex, it's perfect. The 20-day moving average, the 30-day, right here, 20, 50, 100, 200-day moving average, it gets no better than that. And that was officially established when it crossed over roughly on the 7th it crossed over. But the moving averages is looking beautiful. Now, I'm sure if I take the fear, there is some fear going on with Hex right now, though. But if I take the 2-hour chart, still looks beautiful. Let's look at the daily chart. And we need to look at the daily chart more often because that's what really matters. So I try not to be a trader. I don't want to be a trader. You know what I mean? I want to be an investor. The daily chart does look good, actually. The daily chart has Hex crossing over to 50 and it's approaching 100. That's good. That's good. It's not perfect, but it's good. All right. And I have to jump back a chart, but we're going to go somewhere else. And then we'll go back to the Wu Manchu charts. I missed something. I told you I would do something. All right. So let's take here. Look here at Hex. Exponential moving average. You can see we were a ton of support. We just wicked down into the we wicked pretty far in, but we've held. I can't really call how this is going to go. So let's go down to the 2-hour chart. Yep, it'll be bearish. Definitely in the 2-hour range, we're bearish. I'm suspecting in the 4-hour range we will also be bearish, but it's not quite there yet. But that was a pretty significant wick down in. But you never know. It might hold. It might have just been a whale dumping, and it makes a comeback because there are big things going on within Hex right now. That Hedron. All right, I said it. Hedron's huge. ICOSA is coming out. I kind of screwed up on that one. We'll talk about it. I don't feel bad about it, though, because I get the crypto flu. Just too much information. And you just get burnt out, and you can't keep up. And then you feel guilty, and there's nothing to be feel guilty about. All right, let's see here. Let's look at Hex. This is the Ichimoku chart. If you guys don't know about this one is one of the easiest charts to chart off of. So simple. It predicts what's going to happen in the future over what happened in the past. I think that's pretty straightforward. All right, so you have this one is on a 4-hour chart, which goes 4 days into advance, which goes out to August 18th. So look at the green. What does the green say? The green says it's predicting it to remain bullish up to that point. Okay, cool. Now, if you look at the daily chart, let's see what it says. Daily chart, it predicts Hex to remain bullish a little bit until bearish until August 23rd, which is off. This one's off, I gotta admit. And then goes green. And then between August 24th on to September 8th, then expected to go bullish. But I will admit that this chart looks a little off to me. Not really, because it's kind of typical. All right, I'm going to show you why. We're looking at the daily charts right here, all right? You see how this daily chart went here? And then you see how this chart played out here? Now, if you look at the bottom, you can see the date, the month. So it's kind of far back to 2021. But regardless, it played out pretty accurately. And you remember, this chart's predicting ahead of the market. It's pretty valuable. All right. So right now, It's clearly stating that it sees green coming. Green should be coming around August 25th. The fall, like everybody kind of thought it might happen, you know, because is this a bull trap, blah, blah, blah. Probably a bear trap, what do you want to call it? Yes, the bear market. I do not think we're completely out of the woods yet. All right? But we'll see. All right? But yeah, this chart, if you just give it a chance, you look at it, because nothing maps out perfectly, of course, but it's been a pretty good indicator. Now, if you look at the 4 hour, we'll spread it out a little bit, or bring it together, should I say? Yeah, there we go. This is the 4 hour chart. 4 hour chart looks, it's pretty, play with it, guys. I like this chart. So just remember, it's predicting. Doesn't know, it can't tell the future, it's predicting the future. There is a difference. All right. All right, now real quick, back to the beginning when I said Hex. I missed something. I told you I would look at market cipher under the 2 hours so we can see what is Hex up to right now. Okay, we have a bearish signal. We have a short signal, which means it might be a good time to short it. Not real good time to be a bull with it, I guess. Then we had a sell signal here. We have a confirmation. Yeah, it's a big confirmation to short it. Sell signal. Sell signal here was confirmed on the 2 hour chart. RSI is down. Yeah, Hex ain't looking real good at this very moment. Things change quickly, though. Like I said, somebody could have been dumping a crap ton, which I should have researched it before starting the video. Oh, well. And, yeah. All the tools are out there. Hex.com, Hex Vision, all that good stuff, guys. All right. Let's jump forward now. We're going to talk about PulseDoge. PulseDoge war ain't over. All right, remember PulseDogeCoin? Everybody loves PulseDogeCoin. That's cool. Well, PulseDoge is finally making a comeback. And what are they doing? They are, they launched on Binance, and they are now going to convert over to Ethereum by allowing people to burn their tokens on Binance for tokens on Ethereum. All right. And that way the supply stays accurate because you're burning them. You're just burning them. So you have 1,000 here. You want 1,000 there. I'm going to burn 1,000. You could burn 1,000 here and put them over there. It's pretty straightforward. But yeah, remember, PulseDoge was the first. And they came out September of 2021, maybe August 2021, before anybody was doing anything really with PulseChain. That is when PulseChain, that's initially when we all thought PulseChain was going to come out. That's September. And here we are going on, I don't know, over a year later. But it's life, right? It is, so it is what it is. All right, so PulseDoge, huge news. They're doing this. That is absolutely huge. I went to their website. I didn't see too much talked about on the website. And this is the problem I do have with some companies or projects, organizations, whatever you want to call them, because it is a little bit of everything with crypto. It's essential you have a Telegram group, guys. If you're not on Telegram or Twitter, you're missing out on all the information. And I'm just starting to use Reddit because Reddit is a player. But Telegram, Twitter, Discord, Reddit, you got to be on social media or you're going to miss out when it comes to the cryptoverse, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up Telegram real quick here. Hopefully it does it easily because I don't usually bounce things around during the video. Boom. There's Telegram. And I'm going to want to move it up. There we go. Up. All right. So now we're in Telegram. Oh, it's on ICOSA. I don't want to talk about ICOSA yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to arrow down to what in the heck is Dogecoin actually up to. All right. Now, it's a long-winded kind of spiel. Kind of not annoying, but it was like a whole story thing. It kind of confused me at first. So it says, ETH launch reveal full story. And then it goes through all this like jibber jabber of what happened, why they're making their choices, how did they come to the decision they came to. It's really worth reading. It's kind of funny. It's got a lot of jokes and stuff in it. And then they work their way into how it will work. How will it work out? Ethereum PulseDoge will share the same supply as Binance, Binance PulseDoge, and will be exactly the same otherwise. Holders of Binance PulseDoge will be able to claim ETH PulseDoge tokens by burning Binance PulseDoge tokens. Example, you have 100,000, you send 50,000 to burn address. You can now claim 50,000 PulseDoge on Ethereum. If you burn your Binance PulseDoge tokens, you will not be able to reverse the move. Those burnt tokens are taken out of supply forever. But it is the only way you'll be able to claim your ETH PulseDoge tokens. Other way is to market buy, like all non-DOS closures. All right, talking trash. Important. The ETH Pulse Doge tokens are what gets copied. Oh my God, I left my glasses in the kitchen. I can't read today. The ETH Pulse Doge tokens are what gets copied over to PulseChain, not the Binance ones. Importanter, the burn and claim period lasts 30 days. Very important. Got 30 days. Do not burn tokens on Binance before PulseDoge has officially launched on Ethereum. Again, do not burn tokens on Binance before PulseDoge has officially launched on Ethereum. Be careful of scams and copycats. Again, scams and copycats. They're everywhere. The 30-day claim period starts at launch, not before. And then there's a Medium article for this stuff. So this is where all the information is, guys. I hope you're on there and you'll notice, like, I got more token. I look at Hex, Hedron. I got ICOSA in here somewhere. Cornucopias. That's Cardano, but you know what I'm saying. I love Cardano. Got all kinds of crap in here, guys. So yeah. And if you haven't joined my Telegram group, my group is so lonely. I want to get in there and chart. I want to talk to you guys. I want to chart, just have like a whole, vibe thing going. So I only got 27 subscribers. Can you help a brother out? Retro Crypto, Telegram. All right, let's keep this going, guys. Like I said, I had a lot to talk about today, and I hope you guys are sticking around for it. If not, I understand. There's timestamps in there. All right, so now, jumping forward to the next part. Hedron. I usually start here. Well, now let's start at the top, and we'll just work our way down. P33, here's our chart. Like I said, this one's based on liquidity. They're in the middle of a pullback. If it ever drops down to 10 cents again, I'm dropping a chunk in there, and then I know it's going to double. I'm going to when the market goes, because this one's just purely based on liquidity. It was only supposed to take like $40,000 to pump it up to, I believe, $1. I don't understand why nobody's in this one, but I'm barely in it. Matter of fact, I don't think I'm in it at all, so I can't talk trash. But maybe that's why. This is just lack of interest. But here, let's look at liquidity real quick, just for the heck of it. And somebody had asked the question how to buy it. You just go to PancakeSwap. It's DEX. They're on Binance Chain DEXs. PancakeSwap you're good to go. There's a ton of them out there. I meant to answer that question in the comments the other day, but I missed it, and I don't think I. Anyway, all right. So you'll see right here. That's liquidity is at 10 grand. So I remember when it was launched, I thought it was 10. If it made 40 in liquidity, it will jump right up to $1 or something to that effect. I might be off a little bit, but I know I'm not that far off. Maybe one of you guys could leave in the comments the specifics. I don't want to spend too much time on it, though. All right, let's jump back to the charts, and we're going to jump over to PulseDoge. All right, this is PulseDogeCoin. This is the one that is going to be going from Binance to Ethereum. Or you could burn on Binance and get tokens on Ethereum, but they're still going to be up and running on Binance. So I'm assuming that everything that goes, I can't see why they wouldn't do this. Everything that is on PulseDoge, so if it's on Binance, it'll go, whatever's on your Binance will go into PulseChain. Whatever is on Ethereum should go into PulseChain. But what if PulseChain was to launch in like 2 weeks, which I really don't think it is. But if it was, then there may be a little bit of a problem there because they would have had a snapshot. So it's kind of a snapshot of the network already. So I don't know. We'll see how it plays, right? It is what it is. Nobody has a crystal ball, and we don't know everything going on behind the scenes with PulseChain for probably better reasons than not, but it is frustrating. And I doubt PulseDoge has that big, because Richard Hart probably isn't the biggest fan of meme coins, but he probably does appreciate the fact that it brings attention to the project. But anyway, and we all like our meme coins for some reason, like Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu, I just want to strangle Shiba Inu, but I wish I brought some. All right, here we go, guys. All right, so PulseDoge. They were in a downward trend here, but obviously they changed that, so this is irrelevant. Let me delete that out of here. And this is on a 4-hour chart. Cool. They're just on they're kind of, PulseDoge is actually on a very respectable tear. And that tear started on July 26th. And I mean, honestly, if you drag the chart back, you just don't worry about looking like what happened this week. It's pretty good. Yes, it is. I kind of wish I got some. Now, right here, we're going to put in a line here just to see what happens, to see if this support level holds or if it breaks through. But yeah, PulseDoge ain't doing bad at all, guys. Not bad at all. I'm also going to put another line at the top to track. Oh, that's not the line I wanted. I'm gonna put another line at the top just to see what this bad boy is doing. There we go. All right. So we're gonna see if he breaks past this resistance. I want to see if the support's going to hold. And as you can see, we're on a continuous uptrend. We're looking very good, guys, for PulseDoge right now. So I'm glad they are making a comeback because they were the first. And what PulseDogeCoin did, yeah, they brought a cool product to market and all, but they stole the name, and I don't think that was necessary. You weren't beat by like a week or two. You were beat to the market by months, like 6. I don't know. It was a lot. It was a lot, guys. But anyway, I used to complain about it, then I gave up. But I'm glad they're making a comeback. All right, PulseDoge. PulseDoge is not looking so healthy, guys. All right, this is crypto, baby. I love crypto. This is how it works. All right, hope you didn't buy in up here, guys. I hope you didn't buy in. I hope you listened and didn't buy in because if I did the Fibonacci retracement, Fibonacci said I wouldn't touch this bad boy until it dropped at least beneath $6. Well, where's PulseDoge at right now? PulseDoge has dropped all the way down to $5. And now it just approached $6, which was that good buy-in point. Fibonacci is so accurate, it makes me sick to the stomach. So, yeah, it was a great point to buy in down here, but if you look at the chart, it dropped down, and then it found that point right there. And that's where it's hitting a little bit of resistance. Beautiful. Chart. It was perfect, guys. Did I buy? No. I still have my wife. I think I spend too much time charting, and maybe I should, start to play a little bit. But I don't want to be responsible for other people's decisions. I'm really just an ordinary guy out there in the world. I'm a nice guy, but I'm really just an ordinary guy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just want to keep it honest with you. But I am getting better and better with charting. I'm actually I think I'm going to take it to the next level. And I'll let you know when I do, which means I am going to try a little bit, just a little bit, not much, longing and shorting. I know how to do it. I've been knowing how to do it, but I've never made a plan, stuck to the plan. So you make the trade, you don't walk away, you don't touch it. You do your stop loss, say 5% stop loss, and you don't be moving things around because no, you leave it alone, let it play out. But anyway, this is for another video, maybe one day in the future. I'll probably succeed or fail. What do you guys think? Should I try it? Leave a comment. Please leave comments anyway. All right, so let's jump down. So we talk about PulseDoge. Let's talk about Maxi real quick. Maxi is awesome. I love Maxi, and Maxi trades about 100% in sequence, about 100%, give or take, up from Hex. Like it found its market niche. And Maxi, it's a DAO, and damn it, they did something on Maxi, and I meant to buy into it, and I missed it. I'm pretty sure I missed it, but anyway. I like Maxi a lot. I own just a little hair of it because I didn't sacrifice. I wish I did. And basically, it's a 5 stake, and you're trading it. You're able to trade it and claim the stake in the future, but also get some of the. You're able to experience some of the gains from that long-term stake. But anyway. Weight token. I'm not too excited about weight token no more. Like I said, I cashed it in. Ooh, they're up. I'm gonna try to trade it. I wonder if Ethereum's gonna let me. Probably not, because I'm probably gonna want too much freaking money for a little trade for like $70, $100. You want me to pay $70? I mean, what the? But anyway, so is life. Hedron. Hedron is a big talk about, guys. We gotta talk about Hedron. So before we talk about Hedron, ICOSA, we want to jump down here and we'll talk about more in PulseFloki. More tokens actually doing pretty good. It's pulling back a little bit. It's nowhere near its bottom, which was at 0.3777. It's currently sitting at 1.69. It did bounce off of 2.33. It's not bad. Not bad. And like I said, more token was an airdrop. It was free money. And it's doing quite well for free money. It's actually doing very well. It was just airdropped. It's finding its place in the market, and then time. I think this one has true potential if handled properly. They have a $20 million. They have a 20 million market cap. So there's only going to be 21, not market cap. I'm sorry, but there's only going to be 21 million of these ever ever, just like Bitcoin. We'll see how it plays. And I didn't mean market cap. That was incorrect. And since I said that, let me make sure I show you the right ways. This case that confused somebody. Let's jump up here to more real quick, just so you understand what I'm saying. This was done by Trayvon James, by the way. He was a founder. I am a fan of this one, of him personally. Over here, it's at $1.72 currently. Its liquidity is at 20,000. It's fully diluted valuation, total supply plus minus the burnt supply times the price, which is 36 million. That's where it's at right now. So if it was diluted, everything sold, every single share of it, then that's what it would be. All right. And let's jump back down to multi-charts here. I got to hold on. I got to talk about 2 more projects. Well, 3 more. That's important. Got to get some energy. Slap myself around a little bit. All right, guys. Real quick here. PulseDoge. They just... I don't know how I feel about this one. I don't want to talk about a project that I have very limited knowledge on. But I'm just tired of the meme stuff. I want to see stuff with... And my impressions, for what I can see, it was kind of like a meme thing to me. I want to see things with like true meat and potatoes. You know what I mean? I mean, you can make money with this, but I want to see utility. You know what I mean? Hedron, ICOSA, more token, in my opinion, has utility, but its utility is not the way you would think that a store of wealth. Basically, is how I see more token. It has a lot of potential there. There's other ones. There's Mentra on Hex. There is, what else is a good one? Did I say Power City? Probably not. The list is very long, and you can go to Pulse Hot List, and you can really figure out which ones, who's bringing something to the table, who just made something, because anybody can create a token and dump some liquidity in and see what happens. See what I'm saying? I'm tired of people calling stuff experiment too. You're either in or you're not. You're all in or you're not all in, because your experiments, unless you're airdropping, which Trayvon James was 100% airdrop, it was free money. Unless you're, which I do think there was something about PulseDoge that turned me off. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Something I only know very limited. So let me shut up, because I could be very wrong. I don't want to get beat up for that one. All right, so let's talk about Hedron. All right, Hedron is pulling back, guys. Pullbacks are healthy. Nothing should go straight up forever. You want to see things pull back. So right now, Hedron is pulled back to how many zeros? 5 zeros, 2820. It had made it up to 5 zeros, 3800. All right, so right now we're sitting right here. This chart here is a Fibonacci that I drew when it was going parabolic. So let's see. Let me keep it going. Let's see where it says it will buy a good buy-in point is for Hedron. So currently, from where down here when it was clearly at the bottom to its top, a good buy-in point, if you can be patient, is right here at the 61.8, which is 0.00001834. I was listening to a YouTuber earlier, Trayvon James. He was suspecting it may be a little bit of pullback. There might be pullback. He's usually right with these calls, guys, to tell you the truth. Really should check him out. And don't listen to other people FUD about him. The pullback is it's probably because it's one of those things where ICOSA goes live today, which is where you can stake your Hedron on ICOSA. It was kind of confusing to me. I'm not an expert on it. I can jump on Hedron's website and I can explain it to you thoroughly. ICOSA confuses me just like Hedron confused you. You know what I mean? So I got to watch that video a few more times, probably when I'm out exercising today. And Crypto Coffee did an excellent video on it. And you probably have to watch it several times. They probably do another one when it's live so you really understand it, because it's confusing. But once you understand it, you understand why Hedron hasn't exploded yet. I'm telling you, Hedron's waiting on the ladder staking. When PulseChain goes, ladder staking is, I'm telling you. What is ladder staking? It's just you, every 30 days, you do a stake. Stake 30, 60, 90, 100. That way, eventually, you always have a stake ending. It's a beautiful thing, guys. But if the fees are ridiculous, like right now, then you can't do that. Say you ladder staked $100. And the first stake, and it ends, and you made, I don't know, what's realistic? I don't know, $5 or whatever. Well, you can't end it because it costs too much to end it. That kind of theory. But anyway, all right, so we covered Hedron. Now ICOSA, like I said, my knowledge of ICOSA is very limited. What I suggest you do, because I got the crypto flu, I blew it off, I didn't research it. I wish I had. ICOSA is located on they're on here. All you gotta do is go up there, type in ICOSA. Make sure you're not on a scam site. That's a tricky thing. You gotta make sure you're not on a scam site because there's a ton of scams. And this one might be a scam site, but I know how to dig through the bull crap if you get my drift. But you go in here and it'll explain to you how the staking is going to work. Now I was thinking about taking my profits for a Hedron, but I'm just going to ride it out and see what happens because I like to see how the staking is going to work in the long run. So like right here, you'll see that where is it at, guys? I'm sorry. It said it. Okay, shark size. So minimum stake length 360 days, 20% bonus on yield. That's the shark size right there. Then you got the dolphin size. Then you have the squid size. And then, well, I might be a squid. I'll do 90. That's at a 5% bonus on the yield. And then down in 30 days, you don't get anything. But all the information you need is in Telegram. It's all right there. Yeah. But yeah, you want to be ready for this Hedron. You guys know how strong I feel about Hedron. I got sloppy when I didn't study ICOSA more so, but I'm okay. I'll learn it. But it's confusing because I'm going to have the wrapped NFTs and all that. It's going to be awesome, basically. All right. All right. But, PulseChain's got to launch for that one. All right. So that's it for the Hexican stuff. If you want to stick around for the total market cap in Bitcoin or Ethereum real quick, please stick around. Let's see what that's going to do. Make sure you leave comments, likes, and subscribe. All right. Let's keep going. Total market cap right now is at $1.138 trillion. That's in the US dollars right there, guys. It hit a resistance level at 1.173 trillion. If you look at the moving averages, it's looking pretty damn good right now, guys. And you cannot complain about that moving average. It's actually perfect. 20 is over to 50, 50 is over to 100, 100 is over to 200. Now, if you go to the one-day chart, you see improvement. It's not there yet, but the 20 crossed over to 50, and it's about to cross over 200. That's very good, guys. Remember that. That is good. Good. All right, let's put this chart back where it was. All right, let's jump over here. All right, and we look at Bitcoin real quick. As you guys know, I drew this back in like early June, maybe may have been late May. And these were all the different resistance and support levels. And you'll see that it did drop all the way down here. Actually dropped down here, which was the low point, which is like 17,678. But we've worked our way up, found support, broke through resistances. Now we found a good support here, and we're currently sitting at $24,301. Now the thing that everybody's trying to decide is Bitcoin going to break past the 25,000, stay there? You know what I mean? Because we did pretty dang good. Yeah, we did break past the 25. We did not stay there. We got rejected. So what's going to happen next? Is it going to pull back, or we're going to make another run on the money? Only time will tell. Okay. This is actually a very sensitive moment for it. That's why everybody not sure what the market's going to do. Like, it feels like it wants to be a bull market, but it feels like a bear market. My gut is saying that the bear market's not over because the stock market's not over because the housing bubble hasn't popped like it should. And there should be a lot more bloodletting going on, considering businesses were up ridiculous amounts during COVID when they were like 30% operational. What? But anyway, let's keep it going. That's just my opinion. Sometimes, it's like right there on the wall. All right. So let's look at Bitcoin to the USD. You see it's bouncing around this wedge. That looks good. It's bouncing very well inside this little wedge here. Now, the more I stare at this, I think to myself, no, that's a bear flag without question. Both, yes, it's a bear flag, guys. Now, things change though, but as of right now, I'm still waiting for another drop down. I think there's another drop in her. But you never know. I could be wrong. Nobody's sure. Nobody can predict the future, but I think this has another drop. But right now, I really feel like this is a bear flag. We'll find out. I can sit there and stare at it for an hour. Sorry about that, guys. Market cipher with Bitcoin. With the 4-hour chart, you'll see short signal fired off August 12th. Bullish, bearish, bearish continuation. Down here, you have a short signal, a sell signal firing off, guys. Market cipher. It got hex right, and RSI is pulling back substantially. So be careful with Bitcoin right now. Now let's take a look at the 2-hour chart, because the 2-hour chart can be more telling. 2-hour chart is not looking good for Bitcoin. You have a short signal here, a sell signal here, Volume is down substantially. Total crypto cash flows okay. Momentum is down on a downward trend, definitely. Right here, you can see it breaking through. That's a light yellow. That's a light blue right there. So, yeah, we're definitely pulling back with Bitcoin. How far it pullback's been really tricky to decide lately, though. So, if we look back at Bitcoin, like how far back, if it's this like emotional or is this like a major event? Well, if it's not too major of an event and it's just a little pullback, then what you want to do is you want to look for its most recent support level. So, its most recent support level would be right here. It's very good support at 24,163, which is so close to that, right? That is the support is at right now. Hey, good news, guys. It's holding at that support. That's the price of it. But hey, at least I proved that I knew what I was talking about, though, to a degree, right? Anyway, let's keep it going. But after that, if the support where it's currently sitting doesn't hold, the next support level will be down around. I don't want to rush this. All right. Right. This is a very weak support level at 3,841. The much stronger support level would be around 23,565. That's what I would say. All right. All right. We talked about this. Jump forward. Talked about this. All right. And you know how well we basically just covered this. This is the VRVP. Run for the hills for cover. That was placed down here. Support level at 18,908. The top resistance level we know now 25,022. And the primary support where we're bouncing off of right now, which hopefully it holds, is at 23,168. Anyway, let me stop playing. All right. Remember, the VRVP does this charting on its own. But I wasn't that far off at all. Remember, I'm kind of doing it by eyesight. You got to really, it takes a little. Anyway, keep it going. Bitcoin exponential. I'm sorry. This is the moving averages for Bitcoin. You have the 50, 20 day, 100 day, 200 day. It's looking good. It's looking very good for Bitcoin right now. It's starting to curve down a little bit, but we're good. And if you look at the daily chart, which we need to do more often with Bitcoin, because that is long-term hold, in my opinion, without question. The Bitcoin, the 20-day crossed over to 50 and it's approaching 100. It looks beautiful. Exponential moving average, daily chart, plenty of support above the averages. Beautiful, beautiful there. The 4-hour chart, it is wicking down into it. And there's the second wick. I said it was going to go bearish. It's about to go bearish. Right now it's showing bearish tendencies. It's still technically bullish, but it's showing bearish tendencies. All right. Now if we go to the 2-hour chart. Yep, bearish. So yeah, it looks like Bitcoin's gonna be going bearish for a little bit, guys. But it depends. Yeah, remember when you look at the really short time frames, it's very compressed data, and it doesn't really give a fair analysis of the overall market unless you want to get in and out of stuff. All right, trading. Ethereum just fired off a short signal on a 4-hour chart right there. That's not to be ignored. It fired off at 4 o'clock. A sell signal fired off on the 13th and hasn't been confirmed, but it definitely, the momentum's dropping down, the volume's dropping down. Got sell signal up here. The RSI is almost neutral. I bet if we look at the 2-hour chart, Ethereum's not looking that great this very moment. Got a short signal there. Got another sell signal. It was confirmed, and the drop is here. Volume's low. They got the blue right here for the momentum. It's nowhere. It doesn't look like it's anywhere near crossing over. So yeah, Ethereum's pulling back, and Ethereum is down 2.3%. And the chart, it doesn't have green in there, so it's definitely pulling back for the time being. Let's see what it does on the hour chart just for fun. Yeah, Ethereum's gonna do a little bit of pullback, guys. So just be patient. Be patient. You gotta remember though, people are buying the news, selling the event right now. The event's nowhere near. Well, it's getting close, but it's not here yet. I was actually thinking about taking a long position on Ethereum as a risk, but a risk versus reward. $1,000 into Ethereum. I'll bite the bullet with $50. Do like a 5% pullback. You can lose it, and that's the problem with trading because you're already halfway there. If you put a stop loss at 2.32%, so it's already back. If I did it earlier when I came from work, it's back 2.3%. So if I put it at 5%, I'm on risk losing $50. But losing $50 is not losing $1,000. And then you can always double down. That's the theory behind it. And in theory, you should if you know what you're doing, you should get more right than wrong. But and that's where it gets real delicate. But anyway, all right. Sorry for that little tangent there. Yeah, and Ethereum here, you got the upper resistance at, I should cover this, is at 2037. That's the higher resistance. And the lower resistance, the support level is basically 1,000, almost 1,000. Yeah, it is 1,000 even, pretty much. And the primary support that's like bouncing around the middle right now is like 1,700. And that's where we're at. So basically they're saying if Ethereum was a pullback from this chart here, when it took off back on July 18th, when it really took off, if it was a pullback right now, it should not pass this point. It should hold there. And this is where people short and long and all that good stuff. Right now, for Ethereum, I'm a long at least until we get, what am I doing? Until we get closer to the POS, point of stake, proof. Oh, you know I'm getting tired. Staking. Proof of stake. Sorry. All right. All right. So, yeah, this is a long video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, please subscribe. I love it. My channel's exploding. And hit the like button and also leave a comment. All right, guys. And until next time, stay Hexicans. All right, peace out.